trusting yourself. Something that we could all benefit a little bit more from. But when I tell you it's a roller coaster, it is. But in this last year, I've had a lot of moments where I've learned to trust myself again. And when I tell you it's done nothing but benefit me, it has. And we're going to talk about that in this video because you might need to trust yourself a little bit more. This video may have found you because you actually need to follow the instinct and trust yourself internally, externally, and beyond. I sound like I'm trying to sell you some life coach course. I'm not, guys, okay? This is just me talking out really from the brain, from the dome. But let me tell you. So guys, a lot of people, we look at our past and we try to predict the future on our past outcomes. For example, if you've tried for so long to, I don't know, say you're going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym, and then you don't go to the gym. But then you say you're going to go to the gym again. No, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day. And then tomorrow comes and you still don't go. Now, you just made this bad connotation with yourself and your reliability. You're telling yourself, okay, maybe next week I'll go. And then you don't go because you're like, okay, well, I'm not actually going to go. And then that, not just the gym, but then it goes into other things in your life. Then you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, but then you don't do that. And now anytime you say you're going to do something, you just automatically shut yourself down and you're thinking to yourself, I'm not going to do that. But guys, let me tell you, your past does not predict your future, okay? Your past does not predict your future because you can build it actively right now by making those decisions. And I just use the gym as a whatever thing, placement. But that goes for anything in life. That was just the easiest thing that came in my head. But guys, think about how you are now. Think about what you did today. Think about what you would like to do tomorrow. I really want you to just, maybe you're not going to do it right now in this video, but after the video or right now while you're listening, if you're a multitasker. If you're a multitasker, oh my God. I was about to say another meme, but I'm so niche. I'm tired of saying memes and nobody knows what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna quote any other memes, okay? But yeah, it's fine. Anyways, so back to what I was saying though. You can build your future self today. You can build it today, not from yesterday. If I was like, because me, Branson, if I was like, oh my gosh, past Branson didn't do this, and Branson 2 weeks ago didn't do this, and Branson 2 days ago didn't do this. Well, you know what? Branson right now can do this. I'm thinking about it right now. Branson right now can get up and go. What I want to get better at. If I want to become a better painter, Branson right now could literally go, hey, what time is it? The store's still open. Okay, let's go get some paint and a brush and let's start this thing. Or I could say, you know what, Branson right now can plan. Branson right now can plan for tomorrow because maybe tonight it's a little bit too late. Maybe right now, this moment, I don't have access to that, but tomorrow I will. Let's do that. And we can do that. Don't let your past define your future. And we know this, but it's so hard for us to think about this when it's ourselves. Because you always know when you have a friend that's talking bad about themselves, or especially when somebody else is talking about your friend, you're like, You're immediately like, no. Don't even try, my friend, okay? Whenever something is going on. But when it comes to ourselves, we let that guard down and we're just like, what's going on? Why is this not that? Blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no. Talk to yourself as if you were your friend because you need to associate yourself with those tender tendencies, because only going to your friend like, you didn't do this, I don't like you, blah blah blah, what's wrong with you, why are you not accomplishing this, is only gonna make that person never want to speak to you ever again, okay? Unless you have the few people out there that's like, no, I need you to be harsh with me all the time. I'm so, okay, you that's your gig. But 9 times out of 10, nobody wants to be talked to like that 24/7 whenever you're talking to them. So when you talk to yourself like you're that person that brings that light, that brings that joy, that hopes for the better and that wants the better and that will do the better. As I said, present you can, future you will do what present you starts and initiates right now, not past you, not 2 weeks ago, a year ago, whatever but you now, you watching this video in this current moment. You might need to come back to this to remember who you are, to remember that you can do whatever it is that you put on yourself. And you already you already know more than you think, okay? You already know so much more than what it is you're giving yourself credit for. And I think a lot of the times it's very clear whenever I'll use relationships as an example, but the friend that has had relationship problems in the past, and from your point of view, it's very logical what the easiest or optimal, most effective solution is to whether do this or do that. And maybe you express it to the friend, but in their mind, it's so much more complex than what it is, and they're jumping through hoops trying to figure this out and do that. But you as a consumer, just getting all that information from that person, you're like, so blah blah blah. 1 + 1 is 2. This equals that. Yeah, you need to do that. And they're like, wait, but I can't because this is that. And you're like, hold on, wait, pause. And it's like, no, and we do that to ourselves a lot. When the most effective, clear answers are so there. Whenever I talk to friends and they express to me problems, I love hearing it, because then I'm like, okay, like I'm internally, and I always ask, I'm like, okay, do you want a listening ear or do you want like a feedback ear? And most of the time they do want a feedback ear, but sometimes they do just want a listening ear. And I'm like, okay, look, good, because I would hate for you to just want a listening ear and then I'm like, what's going on? This is all a lot. This is a lot. So yeah, but just treating yourself as if you are someone that you care about, which I would hope so, okay? Because it's especially, I feel like in a lot of people, it's easier to give, because sometimes a lot of people, especially givers, they will give much more of themselves and always put themselves in the back burner. I know someone like this in my personal life. That's an amazing person, and I see them do such kind acts throughout the day, whether it's letting everybody else go first and they're the last ones through the door, or they're always making sure everybody else is good and then they're the last ones being checked up on, and they're always doing that. But I'm like, that is good. You are an amazing person. And I'm not saying you lose your sparkle. However, you also need to make sure you're good too. And you need to have those systems in place to check in with yourself and make sure that everything is going good. Because also people that I know that are like that have had problems with themselves, and then they end up bursting or having these moments of explosions because they're like, why is nobody caring about me? Why is nobody checking up on me? But when I tell you, a lot of people are checking on themselves, and a lot of people are worrying about themselves. So if you're someone that gives and exuberates all this energy to others, and you find yourselves not getting that as much back, you might need to stop for a second and say, hey, pause. Am I good? Do I want to keep doing this? Is this something that I see myself continuing to do? Do I want to be like this? Am I going down the right direction? I'm being amazing. I'm being really nice, really kind to everyone, but am I overly doing it? I mean, kindness is free. However, always giving off such energy and aura, for lack of a better word, and not feeling reciprocated can just really be downturning. I feel like back in the day, by back in the day, I mean a few years ago, I used to always feel like I had to exuberate so much energy and not as far as like extra acts of kindness, but I mean that a little bit, but I was just always like tried to be the light and everything, and always had tried to be bubbly in the room and always tried to have this sparkle. But then I was like, wait, pause, like I'm tired. This is draining my energy. And oftentimes people really didn't care. So I was just like, you know what? Let's dial it a bit down so I can actually chill and I can focus too a little bit on myself and still have these positive, amazing interactions, but without feeling like I'm having to just be such a character every 2 seconds. How you doing? You doing good? That's good. Oh my God. And I know people like that. And I see people, whenever I see someone like that, or whether it's a stranger or anybody, I'm just like, yeah. I see you, friend. I see you. I was there. I wonder, how long this will last, because it's exhausting just always being the light, the bubble. Now that's why I'm much more like calm. And I mean, some of y'all are like, Branson, this is calm. Yes, this is calm. Me talking this fast, it's calm. Don't let me get passionate, because I've yet to have anybody else on my channel. Low key, I should have somebody else on my channel, for just to talk. Here I go, thinking about a podcast. You see, my mind just starts to go, and I'm like, wait, pause. Because I've yet to have somebody on the channel. So y'all haven't seen me, really, banter with somebody or just go, yeah, because I can really, really get it up. I can really just get so much energy. And this is a lot of energy, yes, but I'm very calm because I do want to have energy for you guys, of course. But I'm also not speaking to anyone. I'm speaking to you, but not another person in the room. So definitely, maybe I should do that. Who knows? But thank y'all for watching this video. Remember, you got this. Your past doesn't define you, okay? You will succeed as long as present you gets it together. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a I support you way and you're gonna do amazing, okay? Okay. Thank you for watching this video. I love y'all so much and bye.